welcome to another episode of Thought Leaders of Tomorrow. Today we have with us Ms. Taruna Seth from Encompass Experiences, which is a travel company that specializes in conceptualizing immersive experiences for all their travelers. Welcome, Taruna.
Thanks, Rabia. Thanks for having me.
Great. We're so excited to have you with us today to kind of understand your journey in the travel industry so far. So should we get started?
Sure.
Great. So my first question to you is, what has your experience been within the travel industry so far? How did you get started?
So this was, Rabia, to be honest, it was purely by accident. This was not something that I had ever planned to do. Of course, travel was something that I had indulged in all my life. Something I'm very passionate about since I was very young. I've lived abroad, I've studied abroad. So, it's something that's kind of been in my DNA all my life. It's something that I live for. But I found travel as an occupation pretty late in life, in the sense that I had already been working for almost a decade, and that's when kind of this opportunity presented itself in the form of, we had a division within our family business which was dealing with B2B and a bit of corporate travel. So it just an idea emerged, and I was like, why don't I create a division? And this is obviously, I'm talking about 10 years ago, a division which would focus on more immersive, experiential, high-end luxury travel, for the evolved travelers. And that's how I got into the business. Fast forward 10 years later, I have my own company now, Encompass Experiences, and I have a co-partner and co-founder, Bhavna Rao. And together we've tried to create something unique. Now it's the year 2020 and the travelers are far more evolved. There are a lot of options out there. So yeah, we've been doing some great immersive journeys all over the world. But now, given the current scenario with COVID, we're also pivoting and trying to do something virtual. I know a lot of people in travel are turning virtual, but we have some exciting news and we'll be announcing that shortly. So watch this space on that.
Absolutely. Also, like you said, you were working in a different field before you kind of transitioned to travel. What was that, that journey like, that transition for you?
Sure. So I believe that, whatever experience you have in life, it's, we're nothing but the sum total of our experiences, right? So I try when I started my career, I actually studied political science and international relations. That's what I studied. I had my master's. I did my master's in IR. I started in PR. I was at Ogilvy. That was the beginning of my journey, and from there I ended up in NDTV anchoring a breakfast show for them for a couple of years. I've done all sorts of things. I've also dabbled in journalism, and then in between I worked for my family business, and so I've kind of done many things. But I feel like in terms of the core of what I do is obviously like communications and content, and that's kind of been consistent throughout. And even in my current, my role in Encompass, it's about creating content and and packaging programs and experiences, which kind of you have to kind of draw on various experiences, whether it is interacting with like people from all over the world, like we have suppliers all over the world, or we scout for experiences all over the world, just making those connections. So end of the day, it's about like connections with people, and it's about what you're passionate about.
So as a young entrepreneur like yourself, how do you think young leaders can actually bring about a change in the travel industry with the way they work or with their outlook?
So like all industries, not just travel, you could pick any industry, right, under the sun. You have to evolve with the times, and you have to adapt and change. It goes for the older generation as much as it does for the younger ones, because now things are changed so fast, like things change overnight, and we're kind of living through this time, we're living through this pandemic. And we may not see it now, but in maybe 2 or 3 or 5 years from now, it will emerge how much the world has shifted in these past 6 months. And great things come out of adversity. And so this is kind of the opportunity for a lot of people. I know a lot of travel companies right now are hurting. A lot of businesses all over the world are bleeding right now. But I think this time also presents a very, very unique opportunity. It forces us to, think, we have our thinking caps on and see how we can pivot our businesses. What can we do to be ready for travel when things do become normal, whenever that might be. I mean, I know it's slowly opening up. We hear of a lot of travel bubbles between India, Maldives. People are going to the hills for the summer, but I mean, it is still a long road ahead to recovery.
That's true, yeah.
Right, so it will still be. So I think now's the time. There's a lot of there's going to be a lot of innovation in hospitality, and it's already happening. And even after the 2008, when the markets crashed and the economic depression, and so what came out of that was so many amazing ideas. Like Instagram as a business emerged after 2008, and there were so many other examples of things that are doing phenomenally well now. Right. So we don't know yet, but I mean, there are a lot of opportunities, and I think some people are going to ride the wave, some people are going to pivot. So I mean, it's important to kind of stay in the moment and stay focused. It's very easy to kind of lose hope and be like, there's nothing we can do, so we're just gonna wait for things to come back to normal. But unfortunately, this is the new normal, and we'll have to adapt to this new normal.
Absolutely, makes complete sense. Now that we're talking about the new normal, how do you think your organization and Compass Experiences specifically is kind of going to change in the near future, and how are you all going to place your clients and their needs as it's changing with COVID? Like, is there a kind of agenda you all have ready? What's the plan like?
So for year 2021, we already have a calendar in place for all our upcoming retreats and programs from January to December. But yes, right in the near future, when we talk about the next 2 to 3 months, we have people coming to us. Obviously, this is a time when there are going to be all sorts of people. There's going to be some people who are going to be like early adopters of this new normal, and they will take the flights, they will get their test done,
take the chance, yeah.
They take the plunge and do what they need to do, right? But there's going to be a large majority of people who are not going to be as adventurous.
For sure.
And that is the hard fact, and that is the hard reality. I mean, it's human nature, right? It's the fear of the unknown. So it will take time. I mean, I know we all want to sound like very positive and optimistic. And trust me, I'm an optimistic person, but this is unfortunately the reality as it stands today. So we have to be aware that this is a problem and this is going to persist, and we need to ride this wave and come back stronger on the other side. But yes, there are going to be major changes. Of course, health and hygiene being the top, whatever programs that you're promoting or whatever programs you're introducing to your clients, you have to make sure they're top notch and everything is taken care of from the point of view of health and hygiene. That is definitely the most important point right now in the current times. Then of course, there's going to be a major thrust on sustainability and conscious travel and responsible tourism. So that is something that, we've all been talking about it for a very long time, for years and years, but I think it's kind of this time has escalated this conversation to the next level, because now I think people understand that this is, and especially when we talk of the more evolved travelers and the more people, the luxury high-end more evolved travelers, a lot of them are going to demand that out of us. So we need to kind of be on top of our game as far as sustainability is concerned. And even if you're somebody's going to a certain destination or to a secluded place, and because right now I think more than city breaks, people are looking for more seclusion, right? And that is probably the norm right now, and that will remain the norm for
a while,
for quite some time. So if you're sending your clients to an area which is really in the middle of nowhere, like how in the property they're staying at, is it sustainable? How does it impact the local community? How does it give back? And so things like that are going to make a difference, and people are going to question, and there are people going to demand that. And even at a personal level, we're all aware that we need to look at everything through the prism of sustainability now. Are we simple things? I mean, these are not far-fetched ideas. This is something we can do day to day, right? In our offices, what are we printing? Do we need to print what we're printing? If we're sending out programs, do we need to send like this folder with all the details? So it's things like that. And these are things which, we need to kind of make sure we adopt and we change, we go with the times and we change. A lot has changed, has already happened, but these are just simple things,
That everyone
we're not
can
unnecessarily wasting paper, for instance. So
Right.
yeah, so it could be something as basic as that.
Right. Also, what kind of specific trends do you think are going to emerge in the travel sphere? Like these days, there's a lot of talk about staycations and people kind of pivoting more towards staycations because it's supposedly safer. Do you think there are going to be specific travel trends that will emerge like that in the upcoming months or years?
Yes, like I said earlier, people are definitely going to be traveling. I mean, even if it's a staycation, a lot of people maybe take a road trip, maybe 2 or 3 hours. Like we're based in Delhi, maybe 2 or 3 hours from Delhi, or if they go to the hills, maybe 5 or 6 hours from Delhi. I mean, it's that is not necessarily a staycation, but considering this was the summer season and most of our clients would have been abroad, or they would have just returned from the summer holidays. They pretty much have been here all summer. So people are looking at obviously some properties which are close proximity to their homes. So they kind of go to the outskirts of Delhi or close by, maybe to a Chandigarh, to a spa in Chandigarh. So things like that are definitely happening. So, but again, properties which are secluded, they're not those major properties with like 500 rooms. We're looking at smaller properties, boutique properties, but of course which check all the boxes as far as safety and hygiene is concerned. So that's definitely on the cards. I think more than that, people are also venturing online now. There are a lot of virtual experiences available right now, and I think what better way to kind of support our community and support like our tour guides and other experience providers who are in various small towns of India and even all over the world. So a lot of travel companies are actually reaching out to their partners and creating these like online destination virtual experiences. So that is another way to kind of stay relevant, stay connected to your clients, and of course you are helping them sustain some sort of a livelihood, because this has hit really hard. Like a lot of travel companies are suffering, but especially so all these guides and storytellers and people like that all over the world. So I mean, this is also a good way to kind of give back by curating these online virtual experiences.
Right. Finally, Taruna, what would your parting message be to any kind of younger people who want to join the travel industry and they kind of see themselves being a part of it in the future? What would your message be to them?
Absolutely, and if you're passionate about travel, you absolutely must, be part of it. And why not? Everybody who comes in brings in like fresh ideas and fresh perspectives. So, and as you know, travel industry is one industry which has no entry barrier whatsoever, and we embrace everybody with open arms. So, yes, if you're creative, if you're passionate, and you have the desire to, of course, see the world, which is a byproduct of being in the travel industry, you must absolutely join. And I think it's a great platform to learn, to grow, to experience a lot of trends that happen globally in terms of if you look at online marketing, or if you look at anything on experiences, for instance, online experiences, a lot of the stuff that travel industry is usually the first one to they're the first ones to adopt. The first movers in a lot of these things. So it's a great industry to learn and grow.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us today. It was lovely chatting with you, Taruna.
Thank you. Thank you so much.